Hello students, in this class I will cover the topic dynamic documents with JavaScript. That is the second section of the unit 2. It's very simplest and very interesting topic. So here I'll explain about how the elements are positioned and how the elements are moved from one location to another location, changing the visibility, changing the colors, etc. So we'll start now with the initial point, that is positioning of elements. To position the elements, we need to use at the initial point CSS, cascaded style sheets. For that, every element has a object, that is style sheet object, that is we simply will call it as style sheet, and in that style sheet we will modify the left, top, bottom and right. By modifying these properties, we can change the location of the element within the browser window. Here it is within the browser window, not the entire desktop. It's only within the browser window. And while specifying the left, top, bottom and right properties, again we need to rely one more property, that is position. So position has several possibilities. In that, absolute, relative and statics are covered in this class. Absolute positioning. There is to place the position element in a location. It will be measured from a particular location irrespective of other elements. It means even if there are already there are some elements, we will not worry about that. Instead of that, we will measure the distance location where the item to be placed, and that is from the left edges, top edges, right edges and bottom edges of the browser window. For example, if I want to place a paragraph of text, that is from the left edge of the window, that is 100 pixels, and from the top edge of the window, that is 100 pixels, and we will specify such type of positioning scheme by using the style equals. Here is there should be one equal sign, so here is a typo. So for the paragraph, style equals, here I am specifying the position style as absolute, and also specify from left edge how many pixels it should be moved right side, that is left, and from the top edge how many pixels it should move down. So we can consider left as x coordinate, top as y coordinate. So I will show this how this code will get affected in an example. Before going to that, this is the look at how this position is mentioned. See, this is the left edge, and this is top, and this is right, and finally it is bottom. So that means here is when I place the text of a paragraph 100 pixels, so this will be placed 100 pixels away from left edge, and here it is placed away from the top edge 100 pixels. So I'll go for the example now. Here is a simple text of one web page. Within the body, I am placing the paragraph by positioning the element absolutely. Paragraph style is absolute, left 100 pixels and top 100 pixels. I will open this file in a browser. File is being opened in the browser. Observe that the paragraph is placed 100 pixels away from the left edge and 100 pixels down from the right edge, top edge. If this is not provided, then by default this paragraph text will be placed where it is location is available. Observe that I just removed all the style information. I saved it. Now I will refresh the page. This is the browser. Observe here. By default it placed here. If I place one more paragraph, it will come down. Or if it is not a paragraph, it's a simple text, then another element will come right to the paragraph. Wherever the horizontal space is available, it will place us so right side. If that is not available, that means if space is not available, then it comes down as a next line. So it's a alignment of that placing of elements, just like a typing of the words in a editor window. But here in the code I specified that where to space the locations element in the browser window. So this is the browser window. I returned to the original code of text. I saved it. Now I'll reload the page. Observe that the location of the text is changed. Now I will place one more, that is different one. I will just modify this 150 pixels for from the top and 150 from the left side. There are two paragraphs. I will refresh the page. Up to that it is here. If the coordinates are given such a way that I can make these paragraphs overlaps, so that I'll change this 102 and here is just 102. I will refresh it. 101 and again 101. Exactly comes below. Just a minute. I will open different browser window. Okay. See now. The paragraphs are overlapped because the text or elements are not properly given here is it is just 4 points below from the earlier paragraph, so there is a overlapping of paragraphs. This is just for demonstration how the top, left, right, bottom can be utilized to placing the elements. Not only for paragraph, we can go for any element, not only for P, input or any other element, we can position the elements within the browser window. So this is for placing the elements, how the left is measured. This is the top edge, not the browser window, display window of the browser, and this is already covered. Positioning two paragraphs with absolute coordinates. And here is the example code given in the book, and the same is given in your notes also. Observe that I just provided only the partial code of the file, not the entire code. In the style sheet information, a class is created that is for regtext. Next one is abs text. In regtext, only the font size width is specified. Observe here is width is 600 pixels, and for absolute text, that is ABS text, position is specified as absolute. Top is 25 pixels, left is 50 pixels, and color is provided as a RGB function. RGB stands for red, green and blue, and here is width is specified as 500 pixels. In HTML part, there are two paragraphs. First paragraph implements the style class regtext. Here the information is provided, so it's just a partial code, and width is provided as 600 pixels. So those text that are specified here will allocated within the 600 pixels wide format. And another one here is apples are good for you. It's a simple text, and this paragraph implements the style class ABS text. For absolute text, that is ABS text, positioning is absolute. Top and left are specified, and also the width is specified, and color is here is RGB, red, green, blue function. We'll go for the program. Here is the code of the file. Style sheet classes dot regtext and dot abs text. Same code that I have shown in the slide presentation, and the class with paragraph with the class regtext has some more information, and this content will be placed within the 600 pixels, that is from the left. Left is not specified for this code, this class, and abs text is specified within the top, left and width format. For example, here it is top, here is abs text, it is 25 left edge, top edge 50 pixels from left edge, and width is here is 500 pixels. That means width of this paragraph is much smaller than the regtext paragraph. So this is the code. This paragraph will comes within the above paragraph because we have specified the position in such a way that, see, in the browser we can see that apples are good for you. This is the paragraph and that is overlapping. If you can't see this, then you can change the color. I will change the color to different color. For example, red value is 102. The value ranges from 0 to 255. I will make it as 0, and that is red value is 0, green value is 0, and blue value is maximum value, that is 255. I will save this and I will come to this window, browser window, maximize it. See, the second paragraph's text color is changed to blue color. So this is for positioning the elements by specifying absolute coordinates. So to make it as absolutely positioning, just add the word absolute for the style sheet property position. Next one is relative positioning. This element, that means element with the property set to relative, usually does not have any top and left or any other positioning property values. But once it is placed, it can be displaced to another location by specifying top, left, bottom or right. So we have to assign it later. Relative positioning can be used to create superscripts and subscripts by placing the values to be raised or lowered in span tag. So relative spatial positioning, in most of the case it is used with the span tag. Span tag is similar to div tag. The difference is that within a paragraph we can apply a specific effect only for a particular word or particular letter. So from the paragraphs or the current elements location, the positioning is determined. Here is the code. Again, in the different file, I just opened, copied only the major file. The text here is apples are good for you, and here the word is specified. The word good is specified with a different settings by using specific relative positioning, and that is prepared by span tag. So entire one word good is with a different style sheet information, and position is relative, that is from top. From top, here it is 10 pixels goes down, and here it is family specified, font size is specified, and font style is also specified. So this is the use of relative positioning. So let's check in the code also. This is the complete code of the file relative positioning. See, here is the paragraph. This is the entire paragraph. For within the paragraph, just for the word good, this style sheet is applied. That means this style sheet encloses the word good. This is the closing tag for the span. I will open this file in a browser window. Observe that this has a different setting within the paragraph, and this is placed 10 pixels down from the top of the paragraph. So you can mention here is I have selected the element, selected the paragraph. So this edge where it is highlighted, not from the browser's display window, This is from the selected edge that is placed 10 pixels. So what's the value it is? So it is 10 pixels from the top edge of the paragraph. So 10 pixels from the top edge of the paragraph. Later it is size is increased. So this is very useful in creating text of superscript and subscript in different style. For relative positioning and span tag is widely used for mathematical formula, generating the mathematical formula within the browser window. Last one is the static position, and this is the default positioning of the elements. So we have created elements in the browser window and we have placed it, and all those are placed statically. That means once they are placed, their top and left property cannot be set or changed later. So if the position is equal to static is specified, then by writing the JavaScript code I can't move it later. So that will be fixed in this location. Moving of elements is very simple. If the position property of that element is set to absolute or relative, then by changing the top, left, and likewise right and bottom, we can move the element to the new locations. If the position values is set to absolute, element will move to the new values of the top and left. That means it's always measured from the edge of the browser window. Always, if I placed it 100 pixels from the left side and if I give it later 50, then again moves back to the left side. That means to the left side of the location. It's always measured from the edges. If the position is relative, then it moves from its location and given value specified considered while moving the element. That means if the element is placed in one location and if I specified as left 10 pixels, then it moves 10 pixels from its location, not from the edge of the browser display window. It is moved from its original position to next by considering the new value for top or left. Here is the code for example. See, so only partial is given. In the HTML part, there will be a button which calls move it function. Move it function, and it takes three arguments. One is reference of that's the string name of the element. Then second argument here is top coordinate and its value. That means from the top edge how many values it is to be moved, and left edge, left coordinate and its value. So actually here the function calling name ends here. So move it starts here is, and since the I can't fit this code in one line, it is spread to three lines. So input type is button, value is move it, and on click this is the entire code. So from here to here it is function script calling, and I specified the element name as satellite, and that satellite name is assigned to div tag, and it has position is absolute from top 115 pixels from left 0 pixels. So positioning method here is absolute. Within the div there will be a image, that is one image file name is given and alternate text is also provided. When I click on the mouse button, the x and y, that is top left values of the satellite element will be updated. Whatever the value entered in the top coordinate text box, left coordinate text box will be passed to move it function. Observe that move it function is here. This is the source code of the mover.js, and here it is movie object, and the new top value, new left value. So this is new top and this is the new left, and satellite is the movie object. When the top left values are received, then within the function body, the style property of the object is extracted by using the get element by id dot style. Observe that here is get element by id dot style, and that is assigned to a variable dom. So dom is specified, I used to change the value. Dom dot top equals new top plus px. Here px word must one should be appended to the new value of the top value and left value, or right and bottom also. It must be provided without any gap. So observe here is within the double quotes px is given, that is concatenated to the integer value new top and stored as a string in the top. Same is done for the dom left, dom dot left. What is dom here is, it is style of the property element. So I'll go for the demonstration of this file. Mover. See, this is the code. Within the forum, x coordinate is given, and here is one element is provided, that is label, that is encloses, covers the x coordinate simple text, and also one text field, that is left coordinate and top coordinate. Again this is also covered by label. So label is used to make clickable area beyond the actual element. So that means if I click on this simple text, this text will get the focus. I will show it now. Here is I'm calling the function move it. There is the name. Okay, here is div id, here is nebula, and here is nebula name is passed as the first argument, and the second argument is the value entered in the top coordinate. So that is done by document dot get element by id, then the element name dot value. Likewise for second one also. Observe here the effect of label. If I click on x coordinate, it will get the focus in the text box also. Here is one image Saturn satellite. I will provide it simple one 50 and 15, and when I click on the move it, which calls the JavaScript function. A JavaScript function is not shown here, is it is stored in a separate file. So I will show it the code. See, this is the Java code. This code is already shown in the PowerPoint slide. Okay. Now given the value, Care should be taken that don't type px in this box, only the numbers. I will click on the move it. Observe that the images comes above the text, so I will little bit changed 150, 150. Move it. It moves to different location. If I make top coordinate 0, that is x coordinate, so from left it will be 0. That means it coincides where touches the left edge of the browser window. Likewise, if I make 200 and here it is 0, so from y, that is from top edge to down, it is the 0th location, that is touches the top edge of the browser's display window. So if I give like this, that is 0 0, it covers the all the elements at the top left corner. To get it back, refresh it, then you will get the original setting. So this is for move it, that is by modifying the left top, even bottom and right also, we can move one element from a location to another location. And the last one in this today's class, modifying the visibility. We can make a element as a visible or hidden by modifying its visibility property. The possible values are here is visible and hidden. Visible or hidden. And we have to change this visible on particular instant either by writing a timer controls, or we can do it for a click event. So hidden means here is the file element is not removed from the element browser window. It's simply hidden such that it's not shown on the browser window. But if I click the JavaScript function, I can bring it back. That means it is visibility is made as visible. So the next example displays an image and allows the user to toggle a button, causing the image to appear and disappear in the document display. The file is here is show or hide. After that, I am using one div tag. Div encloses the image and the div has the id Saturn, and by default we have specified position relative. I am not modifying it, but the property of the visibility here is visible. So this is the property name and here is visible, and image source is given within that image tag, and the next one here is the button, input type button, value is toggle button, and on click it calls a JavaScript function, that is flip image, and that is provided within the JavaScript file. So show hide.js. Code is very simple. When the function JavaScript function flip image is called, it gets the style of the element of the id Saturn. So DOM will have the reference for the style property of the element Saturn. So that is here is this element div id here is Saturn, and its style properties extracted by this property, that is get element by id returns the reference name dot style will get the DOM property of the element, and that is stored in the variable DOM. And just by using one if statement we can toggle between the visibility of the element. So here is DOM dot visibility. If it is visible, it is a equality operator. So on the screen you may read it as single equal. Actually it is double equality operator of the C and Java languages. If the visibility is equal to visible, make it as hidden. If it is not equal to visible, that means it is already hidden, make it is visible. So when I click a button, it gets the style of the element, and if it is hidden, it will make it as visible, and if it is visible, it will make it as hidden. So I will open this file in the browser window. Observe, here is the element shown in the browser window, and here is the code. Toggle button is here. I will click on this button. Observe that the image is hidden. It's not removed, it's there. It is available in the browser window, but only thing is that it is not shown within the window. If I click the button once again, image will come, image will appear again. So toggle Saturn image, if I click it, I can make it visible and hidden just by clicking one button, that is toggle button here is. And the logic is that if the property is visible, make it hidden. If it is hidden, that means if this condition goes false, make it as visible. Okay students, here it completes today's topic, that is dynamic behavior of the elements, moving of the element, visibility, and positioning the element in relative and absolute coordinates. Thank you.